Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Renso. Today, let's paint this beautiful woman. Okay, the colors I'm gonna use are titanium white, yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine blue, and ivory black. I'm gonna add maybe some cadmium yellow and some alizarin crimson. Okay, let's start. Let's start with this synthetic brush, number 10. I'm gonna mix a light gray. I'm gonna use a little bit of solvent. That's linseed oil and turpentine. Just a little bit for making the drawing. Okay, let's think. First, have to see the overall shape, the hand. Okay, I'm trying to see one big shape here with the hand included. It would be something maybe like this. It could be here. Okay, I can split this portion for the hand. Here, I'm gonna move the image a little bit to the left. Okay. I mean, you know that I have a bigger image to my left. Try to use a bigger image, okay? Don't use a small image like this because it's difficult. But let's continue. Okay, two portions. Now the center line of the face, that's the most important line. And sometimes I just prefer to do this. I take my brush and I move it. In this way, I have the tilted of this line correct. Could be like this and like this. It's gonna be around here. Around here. Hello, Ardesh. Hello, Michael. Hello, Javier. Hello, Shodari. Okay, let's continue. This is gonna be my center line. Now I gotta find this the line for the eyes, the eyebrows, nose, chin. To do this, you gotta follow just the rule of proportions of any face. That would be from the eyebrows to the bottom of the nose is the same distance to the bottom of the chin. And from here, we alter, we adjust this just to match the model proportions. Okay. Now, here are gonna be the eyes. I mean, this is the space for the eyebrows and the eyes. I mean, all this. It's not just, I'm not drawing the eyeball. I'm just trying to draw in the whole space. When I draw the eyes, I prefer to see from the eyebrows just to the bottom lip. To the bottom lip. Okay. Now the nose here and the mouth. Okay. So let's see the hand here. Maybe something around here. Okay. Now the hand. Oh, hello, flight. Okay, shoulder. This is a regular canvas. I have three coats of gesso. And the fourth coat is just gray acrylic. Okay, I'm gonna see the overall shape. I just closing the form. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna start mixing skin color. I start with orange, white, and black. Or you can use blue if you want. gonna be for all the lights. Now I'm gonna take another brush and I mix the same. So this color, of course, is gonna have more black than white. That means it's gonna be darker. Okay. Hello, Kusai. Hello, Pencil Boy. Why do you start drawing straight? Hello, Rafael. Okay, it's. I mean, for me, for everybody, I think it's better just to copy a straight line because of the angle. Let's say this angle, this line. Okay, it's easy to see the angle and copy the angle. And we're trying to copy curves first, and that's going to be a little bit difficult. But I mean, I'm not saying that it's all about straight lines. I mean, we gotta switch from trying to copy straight lines and curves. Okay, but I prefer just make the same visible, just the straight lines. But I'm thinking about all the curves that I see here. Okay, and just make them visible as soon as I start drawing. But I prefer for this portion just go like this, and then I can just make this, three portions. Okay, that's what I see. Three portions, simple, and this I gotta say, like maybe for me, like, it's more effective. Okay. Okay. Now I have two colors here. Gonna be for the light, the other one for the shadows. I want to start now. Just I want to add another color as a base for to work on top of that. If you minute, I just need a little bit of linseed oil. Okay. I need blue. I'm gonna start with blue. I'm not using too much paint. Just few paint. Plus nothing because I want this. I want to see some of this blue in the process, but almost maybe sometimes the first layers just got lost during the process. At the end, you won't see any of these colors. I mean, the idea is see something at least, something a little bit. If not, that's okay too. Okay, you can see, just working on the shadows with this color. I can see the shape, yes. By now, I can see obviously a face. From here is just making all the features just to be where it should be, the position where they should be. And once I find the position, I try to work on the position and make it bigger or smaller. Okay, let's see. Let's start with this color. Okay, hi Linda. Love the reference photo. Okay, me too. Let's see what happens. I mean, at the beginning, I'm not so worried about the skin color. This is, as you see, they say this is a common color that maybe 90% of the painters start with because it's not so simple. This color get you close just to skin color. And we have to adjust this. It's just the first layer, okay? I'll add more red. I'll add more white, more black. Okay, there's a difference. We need to see if we want this color be maybe more saturated or more opaque. If we want a muddy color or a really vibrant colors, it depends. I mean, you can choose how to work. A little bit of this blue here. Okay, doing this because I know that this is gonna be like this is something like a sphere. Okay, that means that the light is gonna be here. There's gonna be shadow around. It's not shadow like this side, but definitely this is gonna be darker than this. Lucia, can we sell the paintings we create when we follow your lessons? Yeah, yes, I think so. Why not? I mean, okay. Now let's go with this color. And little by little, we can add more paint. Now, I just added a little bit of linseed oil with turpentine. That's what I use as a solvent, in equal parts turpentine and linseed oil. And I just used that just for applying this blue layer. But from here on, I'm not gonna use any solvent. If I ever sell a painting, I will donate part of the money to your PayPal. Lucian is telling me that. Lucian, oh, that would be great. Yes, 90% at least. Oh, you okay? Okay, thank you, Lucian. Okay. Now, right now, I'm just building the first layer, the structure. At the same time, a little bit of color. And I'm trying to see just little by little a face, make a face more realistic face, just little by little. Maybe I'm gonna keep a little bit of the blue, maybe not. If you wanna keep more of the first layer, you have to go with more thick paint. You gotta choose to do that. I mean, it's kind of a plan. You can have a plan. You can maybe be more freely to go to add any color and work on top of that. Okay, now I'm gonna use these two brushes. I use they were pencils. It's gonna be more dark pencil. I'm mixing a brown color. Okay, not too dark. If I see it has too much color, I'm gonna gray down this color. I'm gonna add black and white. That's I prefer to add always black and white. That's gray, and then knock down any color in this way. Now, the other brush, I'm gonna use this color. Orlando Gonzalez asking me, do you ever use other colors? Yes, of course. Sometimes I use 10, 15 colors on my palette. Yeah. But right now, my YouTube channel is about painting a la prima, mostly. And if I have 10 colors here, I mean, at the end, I'm gonna reduce all of the 10, 20 colors to do this. That means I don't need that much colors. When I use more colors, I use mostly some of them for just apply glazes because I love some pigments, but I love those pigments when they are transparent. Okay, and that's it. I mean, I don't need right now any amazing, expensive, fancy name color. Even if you use very vibrant pigments, like a really vibrant yellow ochre, because it's I don't know it's gonna go it costs you like maybe $1,000 the tube of paint. You're gonna reduce that to a gray because that's the colors on the skin. On the skin. Let me think. Okay, I'm drawing with this lighter color, making this the position is clearer. Kind of squinting my eyes, trying to see this and this, and always thinking about this triangle here. Always remember that there's a triangle here, and I use this color. From the corner of the eye to the tip of the nose, or to the bottom of the nose, we choose. It's gonna be always this, and you gotta always check out this triangle. You can see the triangle here, yeah? If you see the same shape of the triangle, that would not be easy. I mean, if you see the triangle and you do a triangle like this, I mean, you're gonna see that when I hear the nose here, the nose is too far away from the eyes. This triangle is one thing to keep the eyes and the nose in the right position. I mean, as much as we can. Yeah? Eric Etter is saying that most recommend straight lines drawing in order to keep the basic shapes. Yes, I mean that's exactly yes. That's the reason. Yeah, all the recommendations just they have the goal. The goal of the recommendation is just to make things easier. Okay. Now I'm going to. Now let's say that I'm gonna look for not a straight line, but organic shape. And add more white here. I'm preparing more of this color. This is an orange. More white and black to create now this color. I just want to make a lighter version of this, the color that was here, this color. Now that I have this, just more paint. I'm just gonna follow. I'm squinting my eyes, or if you can use a filter and let's say dark the whole image. That would be easier, yes, because that's what we are trying to do when we squint our eyes. I can copy this. This is going to be a more organic shape. Okay. I'm going to prepare more paint. It was too black. One thing we gotta be careful with the black always. It goes too strong. Yes, can kill our colors so easily. Okay. Now we change the brush. Okay. I couldn't find the brush. I mean, I was in another place. Okay, I found it here. I'm gonna mix this with blue. So, hello, Grayson. Okay, thank you, Grayson. Orlando is asking, I cannot seem to keep from using the colors I have. Think I'm addicted to seeing them. I mean, no, that's okay. If you love your colors, that's okay. If that works, that's okay. You don't need to use any. I mean, we usually I mean we have to have obviously yellow, right, and blue. I mean, from there you can just add any color you want. That's okay. Hello, Ganesh. Hello, Carlton. I'm gonna mix more of this green. There's always some green on the skin. Hello, Parchuran. How are you? Now I'm gonna make it even a reddish version of this color. You see, I mean, and the face, there's always some reddish parts on the face. But any face, it's gonna be the upper and lower eyelid, the cheeks, the nose, okay, and the chin. And from here, we have to adjust that, and we have to play, let's say, with a saturation of those colors. Yes, we do that because when we want to reset some part of the face, and we want some part of the face just to pop up. That's why we, from here, it's about to control the intensity of all the colors on the face. Hello, Persuran. Thank you so much again. Man, for sure you're gonna beat a record just by giving me daily super chats. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Whenever possible, please do one video on color temperature. Yes, yes. I mean, I have like a couple of three of them when I speak a lot of color temperature. I put the name usually of those videos in the title. It says color theory. It's, it's not like specifically a class. It's more like share with you how I paint from that image and I make some changes just considering color temperature. Okay. Now from here it's about to decide if we go more with all the color more saturated or with gray down everything. Okay. And adjusting to get to a natural skin color. That's the difficult part. But I will try to make personal. I will try to make a video specifically like being more clear maybe about just temperature on the face. Okay. Now, if you have seen my channel, okay, you see that some paintings I make some painting with more thick paint. Some of others are more soft. I'm gonna choose to make this, I think, more softer. That's what I don't know. Let's see. I mean, sometimes I change my mind during the process. Okay, I'm gonna clean out this brush. Just give me a minute. Okay, it's better now. It's more soft. Okay, I'm gonna add more color now. More paint, sorry, and now the next step for me is just go and try to get the drawing, the proportion, and a little bit of the likeness. Okay, she has really big eyes. Okay, I mean, I have an insinuation. I have almost nothing of the mouth here. I gotta see the overall shape. I mean, from the top of the upper lip to the bottom of the lower lip. Now let's add more paint. Oh, I gotta go back to the eyes. I forget about the eyes. I just outlined the eyes. I need to do more. Hello, Mary. Oh, you wrote me an email on your Patreon page. Okay. Okay. Yes, I saw. I just saw your email. Yes, and I'm gonna just answer you as soon as I finish this live stream. Okay, Mary. Okay. Oh, you have another student. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I saw your message yesterday, and yesterday I was really so tired because I finished my live stream, my daily live stream. Well, not daily, but let's say daily. And I went out to buy some groceries with my son, and I had to walk a lot. And oh my God, I got tired at the end. I need to walk more. Okay. Mm. From here, it's adjusting a little by little, the size of the eyes. She has really big eyes. Now I'll use more paint. Now, if you want, you can go crazy adding a lot of paint. Since I have the face, the eyes are aligned, the mouth are aligned. I have the center line. Okay. Yes, I have my triangle here, kind of the same here, and I'm watching a big triangle here. If you squint your eyes, you can see easily this big triangle here. I do the same. It's kind of I see the same shape, and I think okay, I'm doing okay. If I see a lot of difference in those shapes, that means I'm doing something wrong, and I gotta try to adjust those shapes. Okay. I prefer to add more thick paint on the lights than the shadows. Taking my time mixing, it's just adjusting this color to get to the right gray orangey color. It's kind of okay. And I'm adding a little bit more paint. If I think I'm gonna grain down a little bit more this color. If you wanna paint along with the video, you can add there is a color. It's called gray paint. Okay, you can buy that one, and in this way you're gonna have more control, and you don't have to mix black and white and being worried about muddy colors, because if you use too much black, you can kill your mixture. And this gray color is really good for that. I mean, that gives you more control about the colors. Okay, I have this. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Okay. Oh, I'm forgetting the nose. Hello, sorry, I'm always late. Okay, Mir. And just this brush. This is a number 2 synthetic brush. When this brush is new, it's just really pointy. It's like a liner brush. And when it's new, I don't use it for this. I just use this brush for details. As soon as I get frayed, the hairs get frayed, I start used to use it for blended. Okay, Sweeney, please explain face division, sir. Okay, I think maybe the next another video gonna stay a little bit more on the drawing aspect and I explain that. Oh, the brand is it says Artist brush. I think I have the package here. No, I don't have it. Okay, I'm painting the forehead, and I'm trying to see the shape. Just thinking about this shape. It's like a rectangle. See? If I reduce to simple shape, that's gonna be easy for me to calculate the width and the height of the forehead. Okay, now I'm gonna blend here. Okay, I clean this brush with a rag and I blend. Hello, Mervat. Hello, Mervat. You're late. Then I'm gonna go again over the lights. I'm gonna mix more paint here. A little bit of yellow ochre, a little bit of camion red. Okay, I'm squinting my eyes. I gotta see where is the lightest light. Usually the lightest light in the face is in the tip of the nose. Yes, and it could be here, the cheekbone, the zygomatic bone here. Okay. I gotta go again on this, okay? I mean, I'm getting close to the lightest light. It's gonna be little by little. Okay. I'm gonna add more light in a minute. I just stepping back to see the portrait from the distance. Okay. Now again, more light, a little bit of yellow ochre. Okay. Now I'm gonna decide. This is gonna be one of my lightest light. I mean, obviously the tip of the nose is. I see a little bit of the blue. You can see. Maybe I will keep this blue. Maybe I said because when we paint, we used to retouch, go over some parts again and again and again. It's kind of difficult to sometimes to keep the first colors. so visible. I mean, they are there, they are working, they just work just in that plane, in that base, from beneath the surface. Okay, I'm getting more volume. Trying to do two things here, yes. Getting the volume and getting the skin color. Getting the volume, I gotta say, is more about just light and shadows. What we add to light and shadows is how we work with the color. We saturate more the colors, we grade down the colors to add that to the work of values, lights and shadows. Okay, is let me explain you that is like here. I have the same here. This is one value, and I'm gonna have here. Let me clean brush. Another color, the same value. Both have the same value. If you just make this convert this to gray, you're gonna see no difference. Let's assume you're gonna see no difference. But the difference is that this color is pumping up a little bit more than this. That slight difference that we try to get. Okay. And let's say I'm gonna add this one here and this one here. Okay, both have the same value, but the one with more color, it should pop up more. That's intention. If it's not working, okay, who cares? That's theory, okay? That's theory. That's what we learn, and that's what we're trying to apply when we paint. And you gotta keep making these changes about the colors during the whole process. Okay. For me, it took me, I gotta say, it took me a long time. It took me years to try to be aware of mixing the colors, because it's just easier just to light up or darken up a color and that's it. And not thinking about adding more colors. And if we do that, just to be like something like, how can you say, when you're not aware of what are you doing? Intuitive, yeah. It could be into your intuition, just that. But if you have more than your intuition, I hope I'm saying the word right. then you will have an advantage, because that means that you're doing something aware. You're aware of what you're doing, of every step you're taking. Yes. It's not like that in painting. Just it's like every step. We cannot exaggerate on this, yes, because sometimes it's like we just flow painting, and sometimes we don't think even about what we're doing. Just we paint, and the people that uh, are really successful in painting, and they even don't think about that. For me, it's those people have developed a muscle memory about what they have been doing, and that's why for them it's possible just to uh, do something that apparently without any rule, apparently, but definitely there are so many rules, color theory rules, proportion rules, visual perspective rules. Okay, so many rules. You should go and study those rules. Those rules. What are you doing watching this video? Okay, don't go, please. Don't go. Let's work again on the eyes. Now, all these things about adding lights and midtones and shadows, I gotta do that in every section. Now, exactly this I did, I gotta go and do this here. Gotta change this value. And when I change this value, I gotta think it should be warmer, it should be grayer, it should be more saturated, it should be more reddish. Okay? Not thinking about copying this. It doesn't matter if the image here has color or not. You think that here. That's what I think. I think here and I make changes here. Sometimes I make these changes about color without watching, without copying the image. Okay, sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't have to copy the image. We have to. I mean, that's where we have the information. That's we are copying that. But we need to add that knowledge in order to, let's say, to make the translation from the image to the painting better. Okay, light here. Okay, this is more reddish, a little bit more red. Okay, just want to work on the eyes. I mean, there's a link to the image, the description box. I forgot about that. I try to look for this image in color because, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I invent everything. I need information. I need to see. I need to study what I see. I couldn't find the image in color. Okay. Now let's go to the nose. Now, in my case, since I don't start with a drawing, I prefer just to jump from the eyes, the nose, mouth. Yes, but if you have started with a really nice drawing, maybe you're gonna stay a little bit more on the eyes, but don't stay too long. I mean, it's not about just finish one eye and then go to the other. It's just about watching everything together. Okay. But definitely, if when I start with a drawing, I stay a little bit more on the eyes, the nose, because I'm more secure about the position of the eyes, the nose, and everything. And sometimes when I start with a drawing, I traced. Okay, I just trace the drawing. I don't want to spend time just making a drawing. There's no reason for that. I mean, there are some times that I practice drawing by eye. There are some times that I just trace. If you're gonna ask me, let's say for a commission, I'm gonna trace your painting, your drawing. I mean, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time just drawing. Yes, but I mean, I have to always practice just drawing by eye. Mm. That's all we want. Yes, just being good by drawing by eye. Trace is just another tool, and giving just a little bit more of warm color to the nose. I gotta control that. Okay, I gotta control that in order to make the nose pop up a little bit. But the danger is you can go maybe too orangey or too reddish. Mm. Okay, now I light up this color to go around the tip of the nose. Yes, just always thinking about it. It should be more warmer. Okay, even if you're working with let's say a cool shadow, should keep a little bit warmer in the nose, the upper, the lower eyelid, always. Or at least try. Yeah? Let me change to another brush. Hello, Fernando. Daniel. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rosario. Fernando, I just want to know what's the measure of the biggest painting you have done. Thanks. Oh, the biggest painting that I have done maybe was 70 inches by 50 inches, and the biggest portrait that I have painted it was like 50 by 60 inches. Yeah. Yes, that's right, Fred. You are right. Okay, let's. Oh, what I was? Oh, I was painting the eye. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the mouth. Uh, and I gotta promote my Patreon account for just $4. We're gonna paint together each Saturday for 1 hour. I'm gonna start. I gotta start tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna start with. I gotta create. It's gonna be through soon. I'm gonna create the room. I'm gonna paint. We're gonna start with the drawing of a grisaille, and then the next class we continue with the first layer, the painting. Then the next class, uh, the second layer of painting with the grisaille. Then the third class that would be the first glaze. The fourth class, and that's we're gonna finish. And maybe in some days we're gonna just paint, let's say, one eye during the whole hour, maybe a couple of eyes as a study of eyes, the nose. Right now I have like just how many 12 people in my Patreon account. And I gotta check out my Patreon account. I think I said it was for Saturdays. I don't remember it was for the next month or it was for tomorrow. I hope I have just. I don't remember. I mean, I did that a week ago. I just started this a week ago. I gotta check out. I hope it was gonna be for next Saturday. No, tomorrow you guys gonna rest. But if not, I'm gonna send you all the patrons link to the Zoom today. Okay. Hello, Monique. Yes, and if it's for tomorrow, I'm gonna send you a link, Monique, and all of you. Okay. That's gonna be. I mean, you're not gonna miss anything. It's gonna be just like this, watching me painting. But you are gonna paint too. I'm gonna check out the works. I'm gonna give some critiques. I'm gonna just tell some secrets. There is no secret. It doesn't exist secrets. What exists. I mean, for me is things that we know, and we just kind of go over those things just how can I say, mechanically. Okay, but that happens because of experience. I mean, not just experiences, because I mean, there's always a teacher that have told you something like, here in this part of the face, you should make this mixture. In this part of the face, you gotta use this. Okay. We sometimes, usually we do that, but we don't know that we're doing that. I consider an advantage to know what, to be aware of what we are doing, just instead of just going by intuition. I love this blue. I think I'm gonna keep it. There are some portions. Yeah, maybe. Not so sure. I can make this all the shadow more bluish. No, I'm gonna keep just maybe a little portion of blue. Okay, let's see. I mean, sometimes it's like I said. I mean, we make decisions when we are painting. I try to plan ahead, but sometimes I change my mind in the process. Because you know that we sometimes happens some happy accidents. Happy accidents. And those accidents make us just change our plan for good. Okay. Okay. And that's this blue. It could be that. Or not this more blue here. Let's see. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Winnie. Ashwini. Yes, Monique is ultramarine blue. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that blue. Yes. Okay, let's continue work. I mean, that's nice, but this is really not important. I mean, that add to the painting. I mean, a lot, but if the eyes, the nose, and the mouth is not okay, I mean, that's not gonna fix anything wrong here. They gotta be focused first on here, and then I'm gonna think about the background and that, all of that. Oh, I should add blue eyes too. Blue eyes, I mean, so predictable, yeah? I'm gonna add yellow eyes. Sometimes my wife just make jokes about me, mocking me. That's the way to say. When I say something like that, oh, not blue eyes because I have blue. I say, oh my God, you're so creative. And I say, oh, okay, okay. Sarcasm. and adding a little bit of medium just to work a little bit faster on the hair. I'm gonna keep blue here. Oh, maybe I'm gonna add a little bit more here. Let's see if I keep this blue because it's too bright. I'm gonna keep there this red, blue, and a little bit of this green for the lights. It's always green on the skin. Yeah, because you have to know where to put it. Okay, if you want to know where to put those three greens, muddy colors, and vibrant colors, you gotta go to my Patreon account and sign up immediately. work on the ear. Oh, well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'm gonna cover the ear a little bit. I don't want to work that much. I mean, the ears. It takes. I mean, it was like a 6 hour long process. I mean, they're gonna stay a lot of time working on the ear, but the ears in the prima painting it takes a lot of time. And like I said yesterday, nobody see the ears. We all see the ears when they are just terrible. They are wrong. They have a lot of mistakes. If they are kind of okay, nobody see it. We can stay a lot of time just painting the ears. I'm gonna cover a little bit more. I'm gonna paint just the half. Okay, then I'm gonna go back to the face. Gonna work on the mouth. Oh, Monique, you think February 6th is good to start? Okay. Yes, yeah, me too. I think the same. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna check out my Patreon account. I mean, I know that I put a start date for the group for the 10 people group class. I don't remember if I put a date for this for the large group. Okay. I'm adding paint and blending. I'm just thinking if that color is okay. If I need maybe more. The other option I have is to add right now because of the blue. I think about this. I can go with blue and white and add a really cool highlight, or I can go with yellow and white and add a really highlight of the color. I mean, each one of those is gonna work. You gotta decide which one because it's surround for warm colors. Any cool colors is gonna just pop up, okay? And for the same reason, that's gonna be the same with a warm color. I mean, really warm colors are different. Warm colors just to pop up just naturally, and cool colors they just they just recede naturally without doing anything. Now that we have to just try to play with that a little bit. Let's see if that works or not. Sometimes it's not gonna work. Okay. Now watching stepping back, I see the highlight. Kind of I like it. I haven't decided yet, but I want you to know the difference between this highlight and this highlight. Okay, this has a lot of yellow the highlight, and this has just blue and white. Okay, it's just the principle of contrast. Contrast is something light, something dark. Contrast is something warm, something cool. Okay, so contrast is something saturated and something gray. There are 7 contrasts that we study. Okay, 7. I mean, that's not that they existed just by that. There is a book that I always read the book from time to time. Okay, you're gonna find that book, you study that book because this is an amazing book. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. let's continue. I gotta add a little bit more of life to her face. I guess I'm going to add the highlights on the eyes. You know, to zoom in the image to see details here. Sí. Oh.
¿Cómo vamos a hacer? ¿Pido comida o qué hago?
Sí, decide con tu hermana.
Es que no vamos a llegar tarde, entonces.
No, tienes que decidir tú, Leo.
Pero ya es tarde. Pues. ¿Vamos a salir apenas segundos?
Sí.
Ya.
Sorry, that was my son. Okay, Joyce, I mean, have you decided what reference photo that we use for the Patreon class yet? I would look something with head and shoulders, but you can just them on the head. Okay, yes. I mean, I have an image. I have decided. Yes. I mean, there's no for the class, for the private, for the 10 people class. Yes, I have an image for that. But send me, if you have an image, send me the image, please. Maybe it's better than mine. Okay. How do I join your class? I mean, in my Patreon account, I'm gonna just place the link. Just give me a minute, please. This is my Patreon account. Okay, let's continue. I mean, okay. Oh, I forgot to put the image back. I mix red with black for the nostrils. I gotta go just a little bit faster. You have heard my son. I promised him just to go to buy a graphic card, and I forgot about that. He doesn't care about me making videos or whatever it is. He wants his graphic card. That's it. Okay. Need more red for this color. I mean, always remember in this part of the eyes, should be shadow, but you need transparency. That's the most difficult part, to create that transparency on this portion of the face. The shadows usually, we go with the shadows usually, and the shadow is just too dark and make the face just stiff. Transparency makes the face more like a soft. But that's difficult. I gotta go back and forth. I put a little bit of red. I blend. I add more red again. I add more of a dark red. I try to. I'm trying to adjust this. That's what it takes time adjusting the colors. Yes, I mean I love this because it creates kind of transparency there. You can see, but right now you can see that it's too much red. Yeah. I mean, the one way that I have to, let's say, fix this is, it's not fixing this here, you just add more of this red here. That what is perfect because this part should be more reddish. Okay, in this way, this color is not alone anymore. And I will make it work. Sometimes, I mean, not always, sometimes. Okay. And there is a green gap just here. Remember, I want to show you. Here. There's a green gap always. You can see that here too. See that you need to analyze any classical portrait. You're gonna find what I'm telling you. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't find any my brush. Okay. Nico, an amateur, are there also paint lessons from scratch? They say I have a feeling for painting. to be honest, uh, I mean, for the scratch, definitely not, because we are painting a portrait just a prima portrait. I mean, that means that we are going with everything. I mean, in the classes kind of separate. In the first class is going to be painting a portrait. And speaking about this group of just 10 people, in the first portrait, we're going to use primary colors, just 5 colors. We're going to paint a portrait and thinking just about the drawing aspect. And I'm going to go over the drawing, or speaking about drawing a proportion during the whole process. The second portrait is going to be about color theory. That means that we're going to work on the palette more than the painting. I mean, not like more, but I mean, because we need to understand colors, how to mix color, more than mixing colors, how to make those colors harmonize on the painting, how to think about, how to be aware of, or how to grade down any color, saturate any color, okay, and how this is going to work on the face. Okay, I'm going to tell you what parts of the face you need to grade down or warm up the colors. I mean, you're going to find all the information in my YouTube videos. I have all the information in my YouTube videos. The difference with the classes is that you are going to paint. We're going to paint it as the same, let's say, speed, because I usually paint every 20 minutes. I stop for 10 minutes. This way you can paint not like trying to follow my speed. And then the third class is going to be about value. We're going to think about just light and shadows and how colors works in shadows. Okay? I'm going to repeat about that during the whole class. And the fourth class, I just doubting right now, because it was about making a recopilation of the three first classes. I'm thinking maybe right now to add something, a little bit of anatomy of the face. Just because since I have some anatomy studies or practice in my YouTube channel, maybe it's going to be a good idea to add that to the fourth class. And every month, I'm going to repeat the same again and again. Okay? That's for the group of just 10 students. Okay? The other group of $4 tier is just painting 1 hour a week. The same, paint along with me, and we choose a subject and we paint the subject. I mean, that $4, the next Saturday, I'm gonna paint a grisaille. I'm gonna start a grisaille. The first class is gonna be just the drawing, 1 hour, just speaking about drawing. The second class is gonna be about the first layer of the grisaille. The third class is gonna be the second layer of a grisaille. The fourth class is gonna be the first glazes. And speaking about a grisaille, we gotta speak about how we're gonna think about values, because it's not just working in black and white. That's kind of simple. They say, oh, no, work in black and white. We want to think what is the final color. And thinking about the final color, we have to decide how the value of our grisaille is going to be. Okay, it's just not going to be just black and white. That's so simple. That means if you go just blind with a grisaille, just thinking, I'm not going to paint just black and white, I'm just going to copy the photo. No, that's no reason. The reason of making a grisaille is just thinking about the final result, and it's kind of trying to foresee how it's gonna affect the layers, your black and white base. Okay, and for that we need to control the first black and white base to work on top of that. You know what? A grisaille, usually when we apply glazes, every glaze that we apply on top of paint is gonna dark a little bit the paint. Okay, if you don't foresee that, you're gonna have a really dark painting at the end. And you're gonna say, okay, this grisaille technique it just sucks, and it doesn't suck. It's just you don't know how to use it. Okay, that I have seen that so many times. That happened to me so many times. Yes, I mean the first time I did a grisaille, I my first intention was trying to make a really amazing black and white painting, and I did it. It was amazing. Then when I started to apply the glazes, it was getting darker and darker and darker. And I said, "Oh, hey, wait! How I control that? Okay, add more white. Add more white to the glaze. It makes the paint more opaque, and the colors start to get muddy. You say, "Oh my God! I mean, another problem. How do I control that?" Okay. Add more saturation to the colors. Add more saturation. The colors start getting darker because it's not just one glaze; it's so many glazes. Yes. And then I said, okay. I gotta stop here. Okay. I didn't know how important was the grisaille. Yeah. But if you're planning just, let's say, just make a grisaille and then add a lot of impasto on top of the grisaille, but a lot of that, that's gonna be different. But if you do that, that's gonna be there's no purpose of making a grisaille if you do that. Why? Because making a grisaille is just working with transparency. The idea is getting those transparent colors that we're not gonna achieve another way. Okay, the glaze just gives you some amazing colors that we're not gonna be. There's no way you can make those colors just mixing this. There is two ways to mixing colors. One way is this, and one way is just put those one color and put on top of that one, and on top of that one another color. And because of the transparency of the oil paint, you're gonna see another color, and you're able to manage that. Okay, that's gonna be just so easy for you to. But that's a lot of things that we need to kind of foresee what is gonna happen, kind of predict. Okay, if I do this, this is going to happen. Yes, I love the grisaille technique. I have painted so many portraits with the grisaille technique. Yes, and I gotta say that my first portrait just was a mess. They were just a mess. Okay, but now I gotta say that I kind of unable to control it. I gotta say that you're not gonna be able to control it. It's just the first time you're gonna make it. But it's better just to have somebody to tell you what to do, somebody that have already failed on that. That's me. And somebody that at least I kind of feel that I kind of control the grisaille. No 100%. There is no way to control anything 100% in painting. Painting just is just for me like dealing with something that's alive, something that moves on your canvas. I just keep moving it just to where I want this color, this value, and I continue moving. For me, something like that. Okay. 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 And every technique has its own. I mean, another technique that I have practiced is verdaggio, painting with a green vase. Yes, that's why sometimes you see me adding a green base. Yes, that's because that reminds me that technique, verdaggio. 1 minute, my son is coming. Sí, Leo.
Algo con tarjeta.
Sí, por favor.
¿Me la vas a dar o dónde está tu cartera?
Sí, ahí está, Leo. going to add a little bit of yellow chrome. Oh wow, it has a little bit of blue on the here. Here. What? Okay. We're speaking about techniques, yes? That means techniques are amazing. Each technique has something but the idea about just is about in any technique is just uh, to have some experience. We cannot wait for the first try to get the best of any technique. We just need time to master, to control. Yes, and with techniques, because this, let's say, we have a, what's the way to say, a direct and indirect approach. With a technique is kind of we have to be able to, what I said, to, what's the word? We got to be able to predict what is going to happen because we don't know yet. Okay, and during the whole process, using a technique, we're trying to do that. We're trying to see, okay, I'm gonna apply this on top of this. What is going to happen? I mean, that's kind of easy because that's not like, oh my god, that's a big deal. But the problem is, if to get it right, to get it accurate, that's the deal. That's what we try to do. Can I add just a little bit of more yellow here? I want this to go pop up a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, maybe making a mistake here. Maybe I don't know. Taking a decision just because she's like tilted. I mean, this like this is closer to us. Maybe closer. Maybe at the same distance from the nose to the chin to us. Yes, just because the position of the head. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, I painted a couple of days an acrylic painting, and the woman, she's just in the contrary. I mean, it's tilted just the forehead is closer to us, and did that change? I mean, I didn't do that. I didn't do this. I just added more grayer, darker color to the chin and more brighter color to this middle part and to the forehead. I think I don't remember exactly, but It's too light. I'm gonna darken this. I'm gonna make her some orangey eyes. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this eye. Is too light. I just got distracted. I mean, I usually gonna I use one color for, let's say, this eye. I change the value of that color for the other eye because that's in shadow. Yeah, I mean I cannot make both eyes just brighter. I just got distracted. I was just thinking about the the gris eye, making a gris eye. Okay, if she's from Brazil, the model. Ah, yes, she's beautiful. Ted, Ted is asking me where is those little touches to get the person alive. Wow. I mean, speaking about when getting the likeness, getting like so many portraits, painter says when they say getting the soul. I mean, I gotta say that for me, it's not like about getting the soul. It's just uh, it's just about when I don't get the likeness. Definitely, there is a mistake. Definitely, there is something that is wrong with proportions. And if it's not about the proportion, it's just something with values. And just there is some slight things about the values. And And I mean, that's sometimes because I see sometimes the shape of the eyes, everything is kind of okay, and even when I sometimes when I paint just without a YouTube make a YouTube video, I used to measure a lot because when somebody just I gotta paint a commission, it's not like painting a YouTube video. Yes, I mean people don't care about uh, colors and all of that. People just care about getting about the likeness. Just that is the likeness. You can. I mean, I have painted so many commissions, and it's always about the same. Obviously, it's about the same, and sometimes I have measured a lot, and everything is kind of perfect. And even when sometimes I have traced the drawings, another times I have used a grid. Even by doing that, everything, even when I feel that everything is perfect, I there is something missing sometimes. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's about a value thing. I mean, value. There is no way to trace values. There is no way to measure values. The only thing that we can use to get the values or check the values is just darken the painting and darken the image and compare both. Okay, just use the mirror just to compare both using the mirror, and that's it. I mean, values are always difficult, always difficult. I'm adding a little bit of this blue here. Let's see if that is works. If not working, I'm just gonna take out the blue. Okay. This Michael usually use a green base for his pastel portrait. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, green base. I mean, you everything that you put on top of that, the thing is the skin color is kind of an orangey grayish. I mean, the green that is going to receive on top that uh, skin color is automatically it's going to gray down a little bit the color on top of that. Okay, a little bit. It depends on the layer on top of the painting, and we're gonna see some of that green. I mean, definitely there's green on the skin. That's what I use. Some the greens in some paintings. A green color helps a lot in the painting. Always helps by controlling the saturation of the colors. Helps just by. I mean, we have to add green. Yes, I mean there's green on the skin always. Adding a little by little, just this blue. need to add a little crimson. I mean, this color is really important for me. I just add a little bit because I just almost nothing of that, but that's a really amazing color. Amazing color for making dark reds and amazing color for glazes. Okay, I'm gonna make a shadow, but I want this shadow to be transparent. If it's too red, I go over on top of that. I think I'm gonna go over because I think it's too red. I'm gonna leave it there just for a minute. Adding yellow ochre and blue. You know that that's green. That means that with that green, I'm gonna kill the color of the red. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna add this blue because kind of I love this blue here. Let's see if that works here. A little bit of blue here. Let's see how it works. I think that works okay. Okay, I gotta think about this person. Okay, okay, what else? Okay, now I gotta decide something. I mean, it's really, I like the face. It's kind of getting some, I don't know, it looks like a doll, losing the human aspect. But that's okay, I like it. This shadow, for example, I'm thinking about this shadow. If I go dark, like the image, maybe I'm gonna add some stiffness. I gotta decide this. I'm gonna go little by little. I'm gonna add this shadow. Just it's not working. I'm just gonna light up the shadow again. I don't need to copy everything exactly. Yeah, I mean, I want the likeness. I want that. We always want that. Okay, let me see if I keep this there. Leo, tu máscara.
¿Cuánto te falta?
40 minutos. Sorry, I said 40 minutes because my son is asking me how many time it's gonna take me to finish this. He wants to go to buy really bad this graphic card for the computer because he cannot play some games. He doesn't care about you guys. He doesn't care about me. That's the way it is. What time is it? Oh, oh my God! Yes, I think I'm gonna. Okay. There's no way to go faster when I'm getting to the end. At the beginning, we can go faster, but right now, I need to soften the edges because I think this is too sharp. Oh yes, Mary. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Can I call you in a couple of hours because we're going with my son really close. It's just that he's kind of in a hurry because that place is gonna close like earlier today. But it's close. It's I mean it takes me just what 15 minutes to get there. Buy that thing, another 15 minutes, and I'll be back in an hour. Yes, he's so worried because this place is gonna close. Uh, it's gonna close yes earlier because of the lockdown. Okay, I think that's okay. You're gonna make more things. I'm gonna work on the year. I'm happy and not happy at the same time. I mean, it looks like kind of plastic. The painting. I don't know if you can feel that. I love the face, but this brush strokes is just so. Uh, I don't know. It's kind of looks like kind of even a like a digital painting. You see digital paintings. Some digital paintings looks like illustrations. Yes, I think I failed in that. I'm happy anyway because I think I got the proportions okay. The color is kind of okay, but the look of the whole painting is more like looks. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It looks more like a digital painting, kind of illustration. I love that look sometimes. Sometimes. No, no, I didn't want it. I didn't want that. But you know that when we paint and we sometimes we don't know where we're going to end. Definitely, I mean, I'm making a review where at what point is that is starting to look like a illustration. I mean, you don't see that in this way, in the way that I say it. That's okay. We all see it in different ways. But I like it, the painting anyway. I love the painting. And I love the process, the painting process. Anyway, it doesn't matter the result. I'm gonna love it anyway. But I wish it could be better. Just like having a son. We love them, but we wish they could be better. That's a joke. That's not true. Yeah? I mean, I love my kids just the way they are. Okay. Now I was planning. Okay, where's the brush? Okay, this one. Just a little bit of paint. Because I'm trying to get a balance between between the red and the green. I'm just comparing both images. Squinting, I'm watching details in my computer, my screen. I'm gonna go a little bit up here. Adjusting values. Continue adjusting values. This zero change that I'm doing right now is just trying to get the likeness. A little bit of shadow here, shadow there, a little bit up the chin, a little bit of shadow, dark. More shadow here. I think I made the nostrils too dark, too darks. Okay. Sorry that I haven't read the comments for a while. I'm just trying to finish here with values and color. Yeah, Mary, yes, we have the same hour. Yes, the same hour. Here in Lima is the same hour, EST time. Sometimes. Nico, you're gonna get, yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go back a little bit on the comments to see if I find another question. Okay, Moises suggesting what about a bit of orange? Okay, sorry, Nick is asking for the Patreon account. Yes, it's $40. You just have two tiers. One is 40, no, sorry, $4. Just for one class a week, 1 hour. And the other one is $100. 4 classes a week, each class 4 hours, just for 10 people. You have one son. Oh my God, that's so terrible. You have one son on earth and one son on heaven. Oh my God, that's the worst nightmare. That's the worst thing for a father, a mother, a father. Oh, that's terrible. So sorry to hear that. Yes. Okay. Okay, I think that's okay. The painting. I was just thinking why it has this looks like a kind of a plastic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to myself. Yes. And I used to be like, I used to be. I mean, I am like that. I'm very critic. I critique myself really hard. I'm my biggest critiquer, and I am my biggest fan. When something is okay, I say, "Oh my God, this is amazing! You are the best painter in the world." And then when something is terrible, I say, "What were you thinking? You don't know how to mix colors. What happened to you?" Now the problem here I see here is color. Okay, I should have just grayed down, knocked down the colors more, because that's the problem. I have this intensity here, the same intensity here and here and here. It shouldn't be like that. If I would have the possibility to fix this, if this was acrylic, that would be easy to add a glaze here, and keep this more warmer, this more warmer. That would be perfect. Okay. for me to fix this is just to let it dry and add some glazes. Those glazes are gonna be just to gray down the color. Okay, and I love the painting, but anyway, I mean, I wish I could have maybe it was the blue. I got so the blue when you have one intense color you're painting, it's kind of calling more intense colors into your painting, and then sometimes we cannot control that. Okay, and I gotta say that that's what I think right now, and I gotta say that sometimes I change my opinion. Tomorrow I see the painting and say, oh, you're gonna say maybe, oh my god, this is amazing. I was totally wrong. That's because we need to rest always to judge a painting. I know that, but since I'm sharing with you guys how I paint and some techniques and some of tricks and all of that, I'm sharing with you how I critique myself, how I think about myself. I mean, we all do that, yes, when we do something really good, and when we make mistakes. Uh, okay. Dita, thank you. I mean, somebody's asking, what do you think of using a gray layer? At least I heard it. Okay, that would be a good case. Yes, it could be a good case for using a gray layer to gray down some parts. Yesterday, when I was making acrylic painting, I did that. I add gray layer. It was just at the beginning, just because I just wanted to show how that works. Okay. In this case, that would be something that I could add when it gets dry. Okay, I think that's it. Yes. Maybe I have to reduce here a little bit. Or just blend it. Yeah, it's gonna be a better idea just to blend this. Just I'm going to kill a little bit of this blue because we love an intense color, but sometimes we love an intense color when it's just in a small proportion of a painting. I will try to do that. Just reduce the blue. Okay, that's it. That's it. I think. I'm just trying right now to reduce the presence of this blue because I really like it at the beginning. At the beginning, it just was here, and then I thought about just adding this blue everywhere, and I did it. And then when I mean, I step back right now, a few moments ago, I see all this blue. I say, "Oh my God, that's too much." I mean, it was kind of competing with the face. And then was I think, okay, I think I gotta reduce down the blue. Okay, that's it. Almost 3 hours. My son is gonna be really mad. I'm gonna blame you all, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. See you next week. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care. Now I go. Bye. Maybe not. I want to make this clear a little bit darker. It makes this eye bigger. Should be in shadow. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. Bye.